Wow, this really suits me. Oh, didn't see you come in. Welcome to Christmas with Sledgehammer. Please, join me in celebrating Coca-Cola, Hollywood, and the birth of Jesus Christ himself. Although, technically, nobody really knows when Jesus Christ was born, but we all know what it's really about. Presents! This is a bit small. Ah well. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I do not really celebrate Christmas at all. I just like to put up my Christmas decoration every year, and over time I started noticing that people tend to leave gifts below my Christmas tree. I have no idea why they would do that, but I'm straight up winning, and they're never gonna get anything back in return. Ha! The Grinch? Well, somebody must really hate me. Might as well just leave me a flaming bag of poop. What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Alright, let me explain. The Grinch is the main character of Dr. Seuss' children's book How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The Grinch is a fat, green, furry, snub-nosed creature that has been living with his dog Max in seclusion in the mountains near Whoville for the last couple of decades. He hated the guts of the Who's living in Whoville, especially at Christmas time, because he hated how cheerful they acted and the noise that they made. So he decided to ruin Christmas for them. Over the years, the Grinch became a household name and one of the most popular anti-Christmas icons. In November 2000, Universal Pictures actually released a live-action movie based on the children's book, starring Jim Carrey as the Grinch. The movie was quite successful and is worth an annual watch around Christmas time. In hope of capitalizing on the success of the movie, Konami decided to release their own version of the Grinch story in form of a video game. The game is only loosely based on the actual source material, expanding the Grinch universe even further than the movie did. I never really got around to finishing the game, so my usual mandatory warning label is gonna be spoiler warning. I am gonna be playing the entire game. You've been warned. The story starts with the Grinch looking upon the town of Whoville. He envies little children for receiving gifts and being happy, so he decides to do something about it. He has crates full of blueprints to build gadgets that he can use to grieve who's living there. While rummaging through his blueprints, the Grinch had a little accident. Now hold on for a moment. You wanna tell me that this green dingleberry had an entire year to prepare his gadgets for whatever he's up to, and just now he starts building his equipment from scratch? This is a fucking doofus! You green furry sack of bird shit, catch some of them plants, damn it. Do you have any idea how hard it is to retrieve just a single one of these blueprints?
My heart is like a pea.
And so is your brain. You have to visit 4 different areas. In each area you get a list of pranks to play on everyone living in Whoville, Who Forest, the Who Dump and the Who Lake. Among these pranks you cut off everyone's power supply, you infest homes with bees forcing the inhabitants to sleep in the cold, and you destroy everyone's presents with your butt. So off we go.
Hey! Who are you, Big Daddy?
Well, what is there to say about Whoville? It does seem to be quite empty, especially when you want to compare it to the movie. But we are talking about a video game in which almost every character wants to either do you harm or get on your nerves. So I see how a crowded town can be a little bit problematic. By the way, crushing presents sucks. Unless you are a completionist, you do not really need to do it. But the game does tempt you to try and reach for the sky, to destroy one of these levitating gifts with your green diarrhea-infested hairy butt cheeks. And there's so many of them, it wastes so much time doing a double jump every time you see one of them. The other pranks are more tedious than anything else, and you will be spending a lot of time trying to figure them out. Along the way, you collect the blueprints that the Grinch has lost. You need them to build gadgets to be able to do some of the pranks and to progress in the game. Gadgets like the rotten egg launcher, for example. The aiming on this thing fucking sucks. You need the binoculars, otherwise you're fucked. But the binoculars are actually a secret item that you find by pure luck in the basement of the city hall. Speaking of the city hall, in order to enter I need to move the hands of this giant clock to 8 o'clock. Now I had no idea what I was doing wrong. I tried jumping, I tried shooting the clock, and I tried looking for a secret passage to the clock, but guess what I did wrong? I need to shoot the clock with my shitty aiming exactly at the center, otherwise it will not work. It takes a lot of work figuring these pranks out, and what makes it worse is you expect a huge effect when you complete one of them, but all you get is this. Now what the hell is this? I wanna see grief, I wanna see agony and melting faces and not a 3 seconds clip. And the transitions after you complete some of the pranks are practically broken. I feel like my head is spinning when I look at this glitchy mess. Think about it, this was published by Konami. Also the characters are ugly looking morons that speak like a bunch of brain amputees.
For 25 years, I have tried to do the best job I can, and I swear I'll continue in the same fashion for the next 25 years.
Come to think of it, I do have unfinished business myself.
Come on. Lock your brother in the bathroom. Steal his food twice. Nice.
What are you doing? Come on, grab the fucking blueprint. Come on, she's less than half your size. Fuck. A lot of things do not make sense in this game. I constantly feel lost. Yes, everything in this game is kinda logically connected, however we are talking about a world that is in its entirety a large puzzle game, and you often will find yourself stuck because you haven't got the slightest idea on how to proceed. For example, I just received this jet boost. I'm supposed to go back to the first area of the game to enter the clock tower, but I completely forgot about that. So I spent an eternity wandering around, wondering how the supply chain works for such a tiny secluded village. I mean, what do these assholes eat? The clock tower is a tower of cock puzzles you have to solve in order to reach the top, so you can smack the shit out of this dumbass who is wearing a bell on his head with a fucking sledgehammer. BAM! What the fuck, how am I supposed to push this cog in? Push, come on! The fuck am I supposed to do? Oh. This game is fucked.
What the fuck? Where's my Christmas tree?
Another thing that baffles me about Who Forest, as I told you earlier, I'm supposed to throw beehives into the chimneys of local residents. What I did not know is that once you complete this mission, you get to enter every one of these houses. And you actually really need to enter these houses because they contain the plans for the slime cannon. So how am I supposed to know that I'm supposed to enter these houses when I tried entering them before? Repeatedly. Here is another one. Max accidentally paints himself to look like a skunk. I'm supposed to lead him to a female skunk that I'm supposed to lead to this guy that is blocking my path over here to make him run away scared. And mind you, there are no hints. How am I supposed to know that this guy is triggered by skunks? Maybe this dude has PTSD from licking the butthole of one of these as a child or something, but how am I supposed to know that if the game leaves me no clues? You just try shit out and you hope for the best. See this asshole over there? I'm supposed to hit him with a wrecking ball. Just as with the clock previously, I activate the wrecking ball by shooting rotten eggs, but it's not working until I accidentally hit it on a certain spot and suddenly it works. I spent like 30 minutes running around like an idiot for this one. I'm fucking serious. Functions are never explained. For example, I had no idea I can hang on a ledge and move sideways. I needed a walkthrough to tell me that, and boy does that take long. The game sure takes its sweet time when doing climbing and roping activities. Let's add a timer to this one. Look at this. Imagine having to do this multiple times.
Something isn't right. No, something isn't right. Oh.
This time it's gonna work. Fuck. I have been stuck here for the last 15 minutes. The isometric view makes it difficult knowing when to jump. Fuck! And I have to run all the way back again. Wait a minute. Is that fan cutting through solid rock? Look at this, it's a graphic glitch. So this is how I know when to jump. Wow, this is really messed up. For fuck's sake, man. I'm starting to get really frustrated over here. How long am I gonna be stuck here? Alright, we're making progress. It's almost done.
No! No! Fuck!
One of the worst sections in the game is the Sonic Scarecrow. I have to swing between these 4 poles to swing over to that ledge over there to get one of the blueprints. Problem is at the last pole a crow blocks my way. I can scare that crow away by jumping on this trumpet thing, then I get like 10 seconds to run to the poles and make 3 perfect swings before the timer runs out. The pole jumping mechanics are kinda accurate but very glitchy. The angle at which you release the pole is really important. You have to push the jump button at the exact moment your legs point towards the pole that you wanna reach. Works nice in theory, however in reality you often don't jump or you do not reach the pole that you wanna reach despite doing everything right. Don't get me started on this piece of shit submarine. A rule of thumb when playing older games, the idea of using a vehicle sounds kinda cool at first, but when you get to use it, it feels like drowning in your own feces. I can barely maneuver this darn thing, and whenever I accidentally touch something, I take damage. Also, I have no idea what exactly I need to do here. How many blueprints are there? What am I looking for? The same goes for the ending sequence in the game, by the way, in which you are supposed to take out Santa and steal his presents. Vehicles are just not fun to use.
I really like the premise of this game. You are playing an entire world made out of tiny, unique puzzles. It is one of my favorite movie-based video games, but it can be a frustrating experience for everybody, not exactly because you can't solve puzzles, but more because the mechanics are kinda glitchy, the cutscenes are a little bit lackluster, and you generally have no overview on what to do next. I give the game a 5 out of 10. It is an average game, but it is a legendary average game that some of us have both fond and frustrating memories of.
How can it be so? I stole everything. The gifts, the clay figures, the socks, the Christmas trees. Maybe Christmas perhaps means a little bit more.
Maybe. I do have to do some soul searching myself. I mean, I'm a grown-ass man. What am I gonna do with all these presents? It's time to give something back.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy
Merry Christmas to you all, Happy New Year, and hopefully we see you all healthy for the next Sledgehammer review. Bye.